Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Nice Guy Accelerator. Today, we're going to talk about phrases that you can use to make her take you seriously. Okay. So I want to challenge the language that you use on a daily basis. And I want you to understand how she may be perceiving you based on your language. And also, not just what's coming out of your mouth, but the way you're carrying yourself when you do speak. So I'll preface this by saying, as much as possible, you want the language that you use to be coming from your belly. You want your breathing to be coming from your belly. You want to hold your shoulders back and high. You want to be confident as you use these phrases that I'm sharing with you today. So here are the phrases. The first set is going to be to help you listen better so you can discern the next best move and go into the second set. So in order to get to know her, and this can be before or during the relationship, I want you to use phrases such as, how do you feel about blank? How do you feel about that? Women feel, right? Men are very much in their head and women are very much in their body. So speak her language by saying, how do you feel about blank? And it doesn't have to be anything personal. How do you feel about living in the state that you're living in? How do you feel about your family? How do you feel about your mom? There's so many things you could ask her, okay? And the next question is really like a directive, but it's, tell me more about that. The next question is, tell me more about that. Especially when she's upset about something, you could use these phrases that'll help diffuse the situation a ton. So how do you feel about that? Tell me more about that. And then the last one is there anything else? So what happens is when you actually invite her to speak about the thing that she wants to talk to you about, something that she cares about, she's less likely to create chaotic situations or scenarios where you're forced to pay attention to her because you've spent time up front making her feel seen, loved, heard, cared for, understood, so she doesn't feel like she needs to get your attention in another way. The next thing I want you to think about is, once you really get to know her and you understand what she desires, what she wants, how she ticks, how she works, then I want you to shift into, and you can kind of go back and forth. Obviously, it's not just like 1, 2, it's kind of more of like a cycle. Shift into, okay, we are going to blank. So you plan out the date, you plan out the activity, you plan out the event. So I've polled hundreds of women about what can a man say or do that just drives you absolutely wild. And almost all of them said something very similar. They gave this example of him making dinner reservations, telling her to wear the black dress he put out on the bed, or maybe there's like a note on the dress. He puts the dress out on the bed and he put this on dinner reservations at 7, right? So however he wants to go about doing that, maybe it's a note, maybe he tells her on the phone, wear the black dress I put on the bed. And he picks her up, or he comes to get her. Maybe he comes home from work and she's ready. He opens her car door. When they get there, he goes around to the side to get her car door. And he, opens the restaurant door. He listens to what it is that she's considering. Like, what are you thinking about getting? And then she lists a couple of options, and then he chooses for her, right? Out of maybe the 3 or 4 that she said that she was interested in. Same thing with drinks, right? That he's just completely taking charge of the whole situation. Remember, shoulders back, deep breath, calm, just powerful leader energy. He's not afraid of being vulnerable. He's not afraid of being rejected. He's ready to go. He knows what he wants. And that makes her absolutely melt. But you have to know her well in order to be able to design something like that for her, which is why I started this whole conversation with getting to know her as much as possible. Getting to know what makes her tick, getting to know what she wants, getting to know what she desires, what's her favorite restaurant, what's her favorite dress. You don't want to put out the dress that fit her 10 years ago and now would be like an insult, and it's just going to trigger her because she realizes how much weight she's gained or something. So having a conversation around well, what dress is your favorite and why? Just in casual conversation, completely unrelated to the actual event, so she forgets that you asked, right? You're getting to know her all the time and getting to know what food she likes, or the restaurants, the drinks that she likes, whether or not she likes to, have a nightcap, or does she want to go back home and cozy up, and what's her favorite movie, and just like being able to design a night where she doesn't have to think, especially if you're dealing with a high powered woman or a woman who's in her masculine. These are women that absolutely crave for their men to take charge like this most of the time, but you can give her spurts of it in the beginning if you're just meeting and you want to show her that, no, I'm serious. Like I can lead without worrying about rejection. I can lead and be vulnerable without worrying about what you're going to think of me. That I've got this. There's not a bone in my body that's not confident. There's not a bone in my body that doesn't want to pursue you right now. And that's how she's going to know that you're serious, that you're the kind of guy that she can trust, that you mean what you say and you say what you mean, and that you're confident, that you're secure in yourself and your masculinity, and you're also secure in your emotions and your feelings because you're able to be vulnerable. And this is assuming that she's already interested in you, right? So this isn't like one of those things where you're just going to go for it and pursue when she's clearly not into it and doesn't want to be with you. This is someone who's shown interest and who's just waiting for you to step it up and just to go there and to be confident and to know what you want and to go for it and be a leader. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow for the 5th day. I might have some bonus sessions for you on Monday and Tuesday. We shall see, but tomorrow is officially the 5th and closing day of this particular series. Like I said, I may announce some bonus sessions, but for now, tomorrow we're going to talk about how to leverage your new interpersonal and relationship skills to make more money in your career. All right, I'll see you then.